the ranking list, but now they're the ones up there. So like Afro, last season, yeah, he was not rated highly, and now he's there, up there with Navi and the other players.
Yeah. It's always that way, man. You know, you start things off. Most of the rookies start MPL that way. You know, you don't go and suddenly win MPL and go to a grand final of M Series.
Yeah.
That's only Azuke, Fabian, Aaron, Witty type things. You know, for the normal human beings, it's a slow rise. Even for Albert, you know, we're seeing stars who've been built before, who took their time to be built. So, again, you gotta trust the process sometimes. Another good example would be Sans. He didn't just join MPL and start winning. He looked really good, but he had a few seasons where he needs to continue grinding, he needs to level up, and then we saw the true version of Sans.
And now the drafting phase, presented by the Digital Gaming Phone, Infinix, the NAVI Nation in the building.
Yes.
Explosive.
Amazing, amazing.
Yeah.
But this is a very interesting draft because they been off Yip. I think they're expecting a Freya and Zuxin trade from TLID and also Navi. So let's see what will why not ban for the last one.
Yeah, the Fanny again respected, right? We talked about it. Kevin on the Fanny is actually very, very scary, such a menace. So now we'll see what they will ban out.
I just gotta put this out there. Everybody that I know have rated TLID at 9th place. Even Age and KB, who I had the pleasure of doing a podcast with, they rated TLID at 9th. But we've heard how good they are in scrims. So if TLID win against Navi, I don't know who's not making it to the playoffs. This season's wild.
Yeah, very, very wild.
Zuxin was big because no Yip. But for sure, this is a Freya pick for Navi, for why not, for maybe it's either Cars or Shive, but most probably Shive, but yeah. I was looking for Freya and maybe a Khalid because they want to deny Zuxin Khalid from TLID for the pyramid.
But trading the juice in against the Freya, is it worth it?
I think it depends on the player. It's a skill matchup for me because the Freya can just brings out Purify and it will keep her safe.
Well, let's see. I mean, Cars is also known as the carry XP. We've seen him do that infamous Paquito backdoor against Onyx when it was still Rebellion. But yeah, they do pick up the Khalid. Good call to deny the mid-prio.
He knows his boys.
Khalid is very, very
I know my boys.
He does. He knows his boys. He laid the foundation of this Navi squad.
And yeah, for TLID, I think they're looking for something to... Oh, wow. The straight carry pick and Pove pick.
Yeah.
Both are very good laners against Freya, so the Freya will have a hard time either going XP or gold lane.
Yeah, finally, you know, Carrie making her debut in MPL. I thought with how Carrie's been in like ranked games, you would see her earlier, but hey, I'm glad to see her here. MPL skin, by the way. Go grab it once it's out. Phobius. Great choice too. The Khalid and the Freya is going to give him so many more of those Infernal Pursuit procs.
And for Navi, I think they're looking for Lilia, or they're just looking for Sora. They're just laying it. I like this.
Abusing Red 3.
They're abusing Red 3 very well. And yeah, they're for sure, no need to ban Fallon because they open up a very honest draft from TLID. We know everyone's where they're gonna go.
And the Phobius Chusin, it's all revealed. There isn't really flex potential coming in from TLID, but the Sora with the Khalid and Freya, this means that Navi really wants to brawl out up against TLID, but at least the Chusin is a safe pick, right? Against this brawly composition, when you get dived on, you have the Crimson Beacon. Harley banned.
Because they're playing two fighters, right? I think they want to limit Under's hero pool that can carry from the jungle, probably Harley, probably Yushin, or maybe Leomord, and Navi is just banning out heroes that can match up with the Khalid in terms of rotation and also poke.
Let's see. Cho ban out as well. So they're still thinking of roamers that can really help the mid prio. The Cho ban out means that, you know, they check another, cross another on the list. So now for TLID, what roam do you think would suit this Chusin mid duo?
Ooh, I think they can opt for more like a combo with a carry. Akaja would work. Akaja would work.
Kalea banned out.
Kalea was banned out. Franco, I don't know what's Leone hero, so I mean, he can pull out a Franco, but are they looking for a Yison Shin Ben or Leomord Ben here? Or just Kimi Ben?
But I feel like if a Franco is picked up, they don't really have the AoE. They ban out the two carry heroes for
Ando
Ryu.
To 2 fighters, so they're expecting to use Shin maybe to go gold, you know, a little bit more range in their composition.
Yeah.
So NAVI, do they just go for the Farsa pick here? They already have a crazy front line.
Or if they want a more DPS, yeah, it's a Lilia or Kimi, I would say. And it's a very good hero against a very short range carry and also a chase dependent wolfies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta kite, you can kinda,
Yep.
you know, further the gap
Yep.
against the carry that wants to come running at you. And on TLID, last 2 heroes, again, we haven't really thought of the roam
Yeah.
that's gonna accompany this Chusin. It has to be strong,
Yep.
or maybe you wanna couple it up with the carry.
I think
It's a
Fred and
combo.
Kaja will work.
Kaja.
Fred and Kaja will work. It will make the composition balanced, very balanced. You have the
Have
front
enough
line.
damage though, coach?
Huh?
Would they have enough damage just with carry?
Oh, they're picking blue roam.
Blue roam.
Blue roam.
Yeah, but
With-
again, right? Carry only, is it enough damage?
Oh wow.
What is this?
It's Lucas Jungle.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on Lucas Jungle?
Oh, that's spicy. Kevin's is spicy now.
Hayabusa.
And signature pick, Andoryu,
Yep.
Sky Pierce Hayabusa.
Solo
Remember,
killed Kyrie with this.
remember how Kyrie was influenced to build Sky Piercer because he saw Andoryu build that item. He was like, nah, I never go Sky Piercer,
Yep.
Haya. And then he sees Andoryu, you know, just doing him dirty with the Sky
Yeah.
Piercer. He goes like, nah, I need to go Sky Piercer. So let's see. Interesting drafts, not only in this match, but all around today. From the first match to the second, and now for Navi against TLID, all very, very interesting drafts. But who do you prefer?
I prefer Navi. I mean, not biased, but they have a very, very strong front to back with Lilia, and they have very good dive with Khalid and Freya, and also Sora. So it's a very, very good draft from Navi.
You second this, Miracle.
Yeah.
You agree with this?
I gotta agree, man. I really like the first 4 picks especially, and then the Hayabusa is more of like, all right, it's a signature pick. You already have all the space.
Yeah.
Might as well.
Well, let's see. Will TLID be able to rise from the ashes of fallen? Cavalry needs awakening, but at their disposal is Navi in front of them standing, looking for their win. TLID against Navi in game 1.
We saw the Glue Roam just yesterday. It was Bigatron Finn who utilized it against Alter Ego. Won it. Did a pretty good job there. But now, let's take a look at the emblems real quick. Anything you want to mention?
The glue is using common emblem. It means that he wants to spam and he wants to poke, but he will be very squishy.
Oh.
Ah,
Yeah. Instant flicker out.
Yo, ever since yesterday, Patrick's
yeah.
have been bullied heavily. Not even here, but in MPL PH as well now.
Yep.
Yeah, the emblems, we talked about it. Emblems by you. Anything else you want to point out, Coach?
I think it's interesting pick weapon mastery for Shive.
Ah, yeah.
Freya. I think he wants to build out the. Oh wait a minute. Oh my.
Oh!
Wow, and Toryu, that was a risky choice to go in. Leone couldn't even catch him there. All right.
Yeah, he had the quad shadow mark on the Juicin, so that's a flicker blown for both Richel and Leone. This will be very, very significant leading up to the turtle fight.
I think Ando will have a very good time here for,
Yep.
going into the turtle fight.
By Gopay.
Yep.
Well, it's mostly TLID with a bit of Navi from 4 of us. So, Lim and Pulong going for TLID.
Yep. Bit of damage over on Aran, but this is the thing about the Phobias, man. It's also a winning matchup against Sora.
Yeah.
And the fact that Aran is on it, he's known for the Phobias. Remember,
Yeah.
Scene 14.
Yep.
And yeah, Ando is gonna try to punish the flickerless mid lane.
There you go.
Pulong's gonna help.
Win, but
Bye-bye.
on Leone. Slap the fast pass. Uki with first blood. Kevin walks up here. Oh, gets poked down. He wasn't fully stacked up yet. He, I think, miscalculated there.
Man, and if you're talking about scaling as well, Navi scales well into the late game. What do you think, Coach?
Yep. They have Andoryu with a for sure Sky Pierce later on.
Lilia.
They have Lilia. They have Freya too, who hits hard. I mean, yesterday you see Eman how crazy he is in the late game, and this is a free turtle for Navi.
Just Amon things, but yeah, they do get this turtle under their belt. So Andoryu, so far trying to build upon the Hunter Strike. He has the Fury Hammer ready, but we don't even know if he's gonna go for an adaptive glove directly into the Sky Piercer. But so far, it's just a quiet game for this Hayabusa. Not much action.
There's one takeaway for me at least here, right? At least this isn't the TLID we saw last season.
Yeah.
Because last season TLID, they would just take random 50-50s, bad 50-50s. Here, they notice, all right, Leone died, Kevin miscalculated, back away. Right? So at least there is an improvement from last season.
I mean, yeah, in terms of like, the trigger happy Team Liquid that we see last season is quite gone. They're more like knowing their win con. They know that Aaron is not strong enough. Our mid lane no flicker, and they just give it up. And maybe they're looking for another fight in the second turtle.
Afro again with Khalid. This Khalid damage, by the way, we saw what Alec was able to do with it on that Alter Eagle game against Onyx. But so far, Leone just completely sticking to Shell, shadowing this juice in. This glue, just trying to make it safe.
And look at Ukir, man, zoning the Zuxin, man. He's having a hard time, the ritual.
Yeah,
welcome to MPL ID, man.
Look at the freeze, man.
Yep.
It is very, very hard for Drishel to farm up. And this will take a toll on the Chusin as well, because the Chusin so far only has that elegant gem.
Yep.
Meanwhile, for the item build so far, what do you think, Coach?
I think there is a standard glowing one for Ukir, a standard corrosion for...
Oh! A steal 14 seconds away from the turtle. Kevin, he's 2 levels down on Ando now.
And Andoryu is just hyper farming the camps. It's insane.
Question is, can TL burst down the turtle? But because Ando used the retro, right? But I think they will just gonna get poked if they hold the turtle.
Yeah, Navi can like stop them
Yep.
in their tracks if they go for the turtle, right?
Yep.
They can just bait Kevin's ultimate, and that's the problem with Lucas. Once you use your ultimate, that's it. You gotta win right as you use the ultimate, because if not, it's gonna be cooked.
Yeah. But I think the Sora might be the same as well, right? Oh, there goes. The white ult.
There you go. Oh, Carr!
Oh wow!
He's
Oh
gonna go in
wow!
on him! 1v1, no problem. Leone's gonna be next. Apro's gonna go in, flicker out. As Ukir flickers in, Black Shoes away, and Doryu claims the turtle, and now they look to pincer TLID. As Apro joins in. Dritchel, Crimson Beacon, Ukir going to damage, Dark Wave landing. That is Dritchel down. Ukir will fall as well. Aran, the saving grace.
Yeah, at least one traded back on towards Ukir. A very, very good kill. Uh-oh, going in is Sive.
Oh, has to flicker out. Wait a second, Shiva wants more, and he wins out the trade.
The scary hits like a truck.
Cars?
Once he's hold on a minute again, Cars.
Okay, respect from Aran, but it might not be over now. Aran jumps into the midst of it.
Bye-bye,
Pursuit
Aran.
goes in. Oh, Dark Wave on two! Aran's doing it, but it's not enough, and Doryu takes him out.
Non-stop fights were brawling here, and Andoryu did not have the shadow kill to finish the kill on towards Aran. That Phoveus is a goner.
I mean, I love how Cars initiated the fight because he knows it's a win-win condition. If he just baited out the Lucas ult, it's a win.
No.
It's a oh.
My goodness, Kevin's getting schooled.
Oh.
Kevin, back to school you go. And completely outclassed by Andoryu. And this glue, I'm starting to think, what is the purpose of this glue then in this composition?
The purpose of this glue is just to poke out the Khalid and Lilia, but you cannot outpoke Lilia and Khalid. They have a very strong prio, and I said it before. I mean, I've said it back in the stage. Lilia is the best 1v1 mid lane right now, I think. Better than Zuxin.
Yeah, it's still considered a pocket pick though.
Yep.
Guy Piercer and Doryu.
Yes.
He's going for it. Under strike completed first though, so he has extra damage with the, I like to call it the clown shoes.
Yep.
Now Afro wants to go in.
And also cooldowns.
Yeah, cooldown.
Oh my god, look at Cars.
Look at him.
Look at the bush
hiding.
he's holding here. This will open up a big fight. Crazy set if he finds it. They just go for the steal, and these little steals on the green camps, man, they're gonna build up.
Yeah.
It accumulates, right? Even if it is,
Even the lane, they're giving it over to Andoryu.
yeah, even if it is small and in numbers, but they keep farming it, it accumulates, and look at how fast they clear.
So annoying, man. It's Lilia.
Yeah.
I
Kevin?
think it's a very good, also a very good game to build an ice queen merchant. Since I'm an ice queen merchant for the Lilia, because the damage is enough, man, for in this composition. And I think it's a free turtle.
Whoa.
Shifu going in.
Not a lot of risk taken as Kevin will burst him down. A big team fight coming around, but Cars in the back line will be able to actually just neutralize the back line. And Doryu jumping from left to right, shadows all over. Apro with the Radiant Sandstorm defensively. Aran jumping in front of pursuit. Shadow kill cancel, hold on! A delayed shadow kill as it was cancelled twice. And Doryu still gets the kill on Kevin. But Aran wants blood, and it's Kyo picks up the shutdown, and now the game is wide open.
A botched team fight for Navi with Zive diving in. Overzealousness might take over Navi. TLID have a chance now to try to turn things around.
An overcommit, I might say, because they have a free turtle. Like, and I don't think Shiva is the one that wanted to initiate the fight in this team comp. You want the Sora to go in front, or you want the Leah to poke the front line first. I think it's just an overcommit, an overzealous move.
I mean, Mercury said it that if you play a Lucas, you have to go all in with the ultimate. If you don't get a kill, then you're done. I feel like it's the same for Navi as well. You know, with the Sora, if you don't have your ult, you're basically just poking around. And then with Andoryu, no shadow kill means you don't really have prio on kills. And then with Sive, if you don't have the ultimate, then you can't really brawl out on the fights, right? So Navi also have that kind of handicap on this composition.
Navi have the movement to just bait out Kevin, though. I really feel like at that point they were overconfident. They felt like they had enough of a lead. Perfect turtle, all the leads in the early game, and Doryu Skypiercer. They thought they would get like 3 kills and bounce.
Now let's talk about this carry potential, though, Coach.
Yep.
How is it going to fare against this composition in the late game? A lot of catch here from Navi.
A lot of catch, but if he is allowed to free hit, he will tear down every one of them. But I think the main point of that fight is Shive hasn't finished his War Axe. So there's no enough sustain to initiate first, you know. He's focusing on the golden staff, which means he wants more mobility on the Freya. But yeah, you don't want to initiate first as a Freya.
Yeah, more attack speed. You're mostly like the cleanup crew, right?
Yeah.
When the enemy is just half on HP, low on HP, and flying in you go as a Freya. But Kevin, 2 items on his belt. Meanwhile, Andoryu has 3, so there is a jungle gap created in the jungle department now. Lord, will they be the ones to contest this? I mean, take a look at the long lanes. It is so far a bit balanced from both sides. So yeah, side lanes cleared upon by CV down bottom.
I think Navi will have the priority because a carry at this stage with no Wind of Nature cannot 1v1 against the Freya. So I think Shiva will have 3 long lanes and Navi will try to control the Lord, but it is like a paradox because Navi cannot hold the Lord without the Freya.
Yeah.
He needs the Freya, but since Ando is building War Axe, maybe he will be the one who tried to hold the Lord. But yeah, Navi's playing very, very safe, very, very disciplined. No unnecessary movement.
Yep.
Just wait for the Freya, long lane first, and then we go S5 and Turtle and the Lord.
Glowing wand for the glue.
Oh, wow.
Interesting.
Hey.
What do you think of this, Mirko?
I mean, we've been seeing this build. I believe it's Pagu and M7. First I saw it, first helmet as well. Together with the glowing wand, you're just looking for the damage when you mount people. Pagu's doing a lot of damage on Dritchel. Aran jumping in. Trying to go for the pursuit again. Kevin already with the ultimate. Walks up, retreat from Endoryu's clean. And now he goes for the tail beast bomb, but Endoryu picks up the Skypiercer. Aran jumping over, the mountdown coming down. Shiva is going to be mounted, and cars will fall to Dritchel, who gets a Skypiercer stack. Shiva is still mounted. Leone now. Community target. Quad Shadow on him. A Skypiercer again for Endoryu. Makes it 20.
More stacks for Andoryu, the hyper carry, and why not? It's just laughing at that team fight. Now V get the upper hand. They want to go for more mid lane dive. Could it be? Nah, I don't think so.
Navi was so disciplined, man. They get the Lord, they get back, and they baited out Tail to chase them, and they just turn it around.
Yep.
So it's an amazing, amazing macro once again by Navi.
Oh, there you go. You called it. Ice Queen's won.
Yes, sir. Ice Cream Merchant, let's go.
So what are the implications of this build? Aside from the slow, obviously, it's going to make TLID more immobile, right?
Yes, it's gonna be more immobile, especially with the coercion side too on Freya.
Ah, yeah.
More slow, so they're not walking for sure.
Yeah, I don't wanna walk slow.
Yep.
In the land of Dawn, I wanna be fast, I wanna be quick. So let's set up his Afro, he's gonna be fine, and look at all 3 lanes they have pushed on. And so now for TLID, what are their winning conditions? Obviously, banking on carry late game is one thing, but the carry lacks range to kind of out-trade, like the Lilia, for example, right?
You need a signature Ando throw for me.
Ando throw.
Ando throw. Because he said it himself to me like, Coach Timmy, I think I might throw 1 or 2 games when we're ahead. But yeah, but I hope he's not doing it now.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think because Navi is very complete. They have a very good front of back in Lilia and Halid to poke out. And they also have a very good dives on Haya, Sora, and also the Freya.
Yeah, even Retry's that green camp for Andoryu.
Yep.
He's won every Red Tree battle.
He did.
Evan hasn't won a single one, and you can look at the real-time victory right here, presented by our official gaming. Oh my goodness! By official gaming phone Infinix, it just shifted. All right, 84% to Navi, quite accurate. Would you say?
Yep, quite accurate. Because yeah, the only way TL wins this if Ando goes in, gets auto-attacked by the Pofis passive, and he got perma CC by the Glue and the Lucas ult. Yeah.
I mean, this Phobius is still going to be a huge factor for TLID, right? In a team fight, it's gonna tank, it's gonna dive into the backline, and I mean, Ulker has that safety with the black shoes.
Yeah.
But on the items though, Coach Do, anything?
It's so interesting to see Sive building Malefic gun in Freya as a Freya. It's more range.
Yeah, more range. With
Especially against the Zuxin.
Yeah, with the splash.
Yeah. So he will, when he ulted, his range is, her range is very, very long. Almost like, almost like carry, but not as long as carry. So yeah, it's interesting build by Sive.
Yeah. But I think, is it just me, or I feel like Sive has been lacking damage in the past 2 team fights, and now he has 4 items. So let's see if he's gonna scale. Meanwhile, they want to take the Lord, and it's gonna be Joe. Yeah, Sive is down bottom. He can get the turret, but this Lord will be blitzed. DLID has a carry here.
Looking force a 4v5. That's gonna be the mount down on Ook here. Has to flicker out. Has the black shoes. Gets caught in the dark wave. Now he pops the black shoes. Now it's Kevin going in. Cars. Oh, what a set coming down. Kyo's able to find him now. Shiva rotates over and crashes in. Aran's still very healthy. That's going to be Andoria on the Lord. He's going to go for it, and he claims it. Shiva is still going up against Aran, but he's finding it for the pursuit stacks all the way. Andoria Shiva versus Aran and Leone. That's a dark wave coming down with in front of pursuit again. Aran's a monster. And now it's Andoryu getting the Sky Piercer, the roamer up against Andoryu.
1v1.
Can he do it? I don't think he can. The quad shadow is clean. Andoryu, a double and a wipeout for Navi.
A 1v1 for a ninja with kunais and a Sharingan and a Raikiri against a happy-go-lucky slime on Patrick. It's unfair. Leone was screaming. And now he gets down bottom. The turret up top will be smashed by the Lord on that mid lane as well. Broken to pieces.
3
electric gun.
Is it 3?
Turrets?
It's 3.
It has to be 3.
One more Trident swing.
For sure.
Oh, Antoryu wants more! Antoryu! Oh my goodness! The flare on this kid.
Was that almost a
Ando throw?
Ando throw?
Nah, he got it.
He's
He's very confident.
Alright.
At first, at that fight, I thought Ando was very unlucky. Why? Because he shadow killed the Lord.
Yeah.
Like almost like maybe 5 to 6 flashes to the Lord. I thought that he was unlucky, but dang, his mechanics on high is very clean.
Yeah.
He doesn't need the shadow kill to kill all of them.
Very, very good. I'd say spacing too, right? He was waiting for the cooldowns to kind of tone down a bit and then get the abilities going again, and then he went in for Leone. That 1v1, man, so unfair. Like, we'll talk about SpongeBob and Naruto power scalings, man.
Hey, honestly, Patrick should be one of the strongest characters of all time, man.
Why?
Lore-wise, bro, that guy's unkillable, man.
Ah, that's true.
That guy's like...
That's true.
He has a whole rock just smashing onto him and he's still alive.
Yeah.
Alright, so now, Lane Prio, all 3. And now the replay by Infinix, our official gaming phone.
Yeah, as you can see here, like look at the shadow kill. It was mostly on the Lord, but Shive hold the line down, and Ando was just waiting for his moment to pounce on the Team Liquid's ID players, man.
Yeah, I mean, nobody paid attention to the Lord as well, so Andoryu, it was all his for the taking. Now let's talk about the high ground defense from TLID. I'd say it's not the best. What do you think?
Yeah, it's not the best for sure. Zuxin, you cannot high ground defend as a Zuxin.
Genius one as well, right? He wants maximum damage, but will the Clue be able to exert that damage, Virgo?
Oh, man, right now, it doesn't look like it's... Well, honestly, we gotta give him credit because that fight was, I think, even a bit too close for Navi to be comfortable.
I mean, I agree with you, Mirko. I think we should give props to TLD. They were like 5K, 4K behind, but they still find a way to keep it close. It was a massive improvement rather than last season, I would say.
Yeah, 4K gold up for Andoryu. That is not a gap anymore. That's a canyon. That's a whole valley being made by Andoryu.
Look at Afro, man, building the Heptasis.
Yeah.
He wants more damage. Radiant armor completed as well to dissuade the magic damage from Leone, and as well as 3 shell. Yeah, rose gold completed too. This Lucas, I feel like it's getting irrelevant.
Yeah, as back when Lucas was meta, you need to win the early game. You need to snowball as a Lucas because his damage falls off late game. So now I don't know.
Look at Ando.
Like, oh my god.
Ando?
The back's gonna collapse if Ando gets his hands on Kyo.
He's recalling.
Karzo, what are you using? The initial cloud form, Kevin goes in. Over on Ukir he goes. Tail Beast bumping him down as well. Kars is out of the fight already. Kevin is going crazy on Ukir. Was able to flicker around. Now Dritchel walking over. Will be able to pick up Apro. And Noryu still in the back. Able to find the quad shot on Kyo. What a cancel Mayat on earlier. Can he escape is the question. And Doryu buys the immortality while he dashes. Leone catches him. And he goes for the mount down. No immortality. Buys him in the crown, but he's unable to find it. TLID. All of a sudden turn things around against Na'Vi.
The cavalry are marching in, galloping into the dying night. They get the kills. The Lord as well will be in their hands. That was insane from TLID.
That's why, man, like we said, it's not a comfortable position for Na'Vi yet. TLID, they almost want to fight with them being so far behind, and now they got an Evolved Lord.
Take back my words, Kevin. This Lucas is still a problem.
Ando took too long to flank that, and I think it was a botch engage 2 from Cars.
Yeah, the cars. Cars.
So I think it's like mis-execution because they were already, Ando was in position, but I think it's a botch engage from Cars. So TLID got the front back that they wanted with the carry, and also the Lucas jumping into the Lilia.
And man, that damage build for Leone's paying off, man. He got it. Doryu.
Yep.
So this magic damage then, will it be just poke for the glue?
Yeah.
Right? You're just gonna poke around with your skill 1 and then you get them quite low. And then when you mount on top of them, that's where you're gonna burst all the damage. This glue needs to be addressed.
Yep. I was expecting an Ice Queen 1 in the glue because Ice Queen 1 with glue is also obnoxious for sure. But yeah, Ukir needs to stop frontlining. I mean, he needs to be very far back because their TLIDs know their win condition. They bait out the black shoes and they go on Ukir.
Yeah. Can they end here, Miracle? I don't think so.
No. Lilia is a very good.
Yeah. High ground defense in Lilia. Or on Lilia, sorry.
Good Freya, by the way. Great clear.
Yep. Even Freya.
Quickly cleared by Navi. And they still have that defense trial on their pockets. Again, we talked about the Lilia. So now TLID. How do they maximize this situation now? How do they capitalize on a botched team fight from Navi? How will they be able to translate this into a win?
I think they need to find like Leone is very strong. His full item, he's also damage build. He pokes hard. I think they need to find. They need to bait out Ukir's black shoes and then go in with Kevin. So they just need to all in and let Kyo free hit at the back.
Kyo free hitting. And that fight as well. I mean, sure, Kyo was there, dishing out the damage, but that wasn't really the carry as a centerpiece. That was Leone with Kevin is diving into the turret as well. So now they are the ones invading. And that's a misretry from Andoryu.
He's been getting a lot of the wins, and he tried.
Man, life's like a wheel, You're sometimes at the top.
Oh no, but the timing though, it's 20 seconds. It's down for 20. So that's why TLID are sending their players down below, right? They know there's no retreat, there's no take threat.
But they can stall this for Navi.
And Crimson Beacon! And Tori has to go for the quad shot. He gets picked up by Dritzel. He's dead! The Sky Piercer are on him! The winner crown, there's no way he survives this right now. Kyo gets him down. Aran's not miss it all. Still going up against 4 members. Will finally fall, but he's baited out. So many ultimates. No black shoes. Cars as well, down on his ultimate. Shiva buys a... Is that right?
He rebuys the corrosion sight.
No, okay, that was a corrosion... That was a win in the... Yeah, it wasn't a win in nature.
I think he did.
Buy a rock. Hold on.
Ukir!
First it down! Shiva trying to look for a big fight. He just cannot find it. Kyo goes through Abro. Shiva survives. Kevin is about to run out on his ultimate. Dritchel goes over to Crimson Cars again. This time going for damage, but he gets bursted down by Kevin. He's running away now. Kyo able to pick up the Evolved Lord, and Kevin goes through with Dritchel. Picking up a Sky Piercer stack. Shiva 2v1. Rose Gold Meteor built up by Dritchel. The pickup and the throwdown! Dritchel gets a double, an Evolved Lord, and it's just Andoryu. I think the game's done.
Navi completely demolished. And now Andoryu has to take a look at his base. A broken one. Dead bodies of his teammates. All light down in Lanadon. This is the end for Andoryu.
It's a comeback in the end. The immortality buy just to delay the inevitable, but the Lord has been swinging at Trident on the crystal. A comeback win for TLID.
And a fumble for Navi. Again, missing out on a potential team fight coming in from TLID. No comfort zone was proven to be the turn around for TLID. They take game 1.
TLID played very well. They capitalized on Navi's mistake very well. They know, I mean, this is what Mirko said in the early game, right? TLID is improving, they're different. They know their win con, they're scaling with the Zuxin, with the carry. They don't need to take unnecessary fights from the early game. That's why they leave out all the turtles for Navi to take. And yeah, they just look for timing. It's a very good timing for TLID, and yeah, carries free hitting from back and Zuxin. That's why it's a very prio pick. It's either pick or ban. I mean, I think this is the first Zuxin game in MPL ID, I think, though. Yeah. And it shows that it's a very strong hero.
A lot of comebacks happening. Today we had one with Onyx earlier today, and now TLID. Take a look at this, Coach Do. What do you think of this? This team fight. I mean, this was Navi winning, but TLID had the upper hand.
This is the problem of like having two fighters, right? You will get outscaled by, especially a carry that can shred through tanks. So Navi actually is on a timer, but once again, TLID plays very well, but Navi, man, you should have closed the game like way faster, man.
Yeah.
Disappointment. A disappointed statement from the ex-coach.
I think that's what I would say in the stage, you know?
We got to see it, Coach, the Ando throw, right?
Yeah,
the
Ando throw.
Gritchel, no respect.
Yep.
I mean, the first movement he made when he was late to the team fight, I think that wasn't really his fault.
It was a collective fault.
Yeah.
All right,
it was
Yo!
Oh!
It's a brand new day
Brand new
for
day.
TLID.
Yes, sir.
So they're gonna focus on this win. Beautiful, beautiful win from TLID. What a comeback, by the way.
Wow.
Yeah, that deserves an applause because it feels like for TLID they have been through a lot, right?
Yeah.
A lot of problems, externalities that we can't control, force majors, and they're able to show up with a strong 5. And when they announced their roster, a lot of people threw,
Not a lot, everyone.
Everyone criticized them. They talked smack about this roster, saying, why is it Kevin in that roster? Why are we playing Drichelle? And then you have Leone, who was back, in Monster Vicious. And they were able to prove everyone wrong, even if this is still game 1.
Yeah.
And you kind of have to take time to heat up. But still, TLID showcased a very, very good game. And they were very defiant.
They capitalized on Navi's mistake once again, but I feel like I'm afraid that since I'm on the desk now, do I have the caster curse?
You might have the curse, man. It's just a thing,
Yeah.
Initially you don't have it, but then slowly but surely it creeps up on you.
I mean, we were talking like about the under throw, right?
Yep.
And yeah, this moment, man. Oh, Andoryu, what are you doing?
He had no quad shadows, he had to pop the shadow kill, and after the shadow kill, he had no quad shadow to reposition. And this is your MVP, the player of the game, presented by the official gaming phone. The MVP for this game is going to be Drichelle with the Chusin. Obviously, Mirko, he was very, very good. Yeah, a Guardian helmet, being built up. He's looking for that sustain, he's looking for that regen, because he has to constantly fight, right?
Yeah.
But having to recall, maybe.
And I think he was just swapping items when the team fight was going. That's why with the Rose Gold and also the Guardian helmet.
Yeah.
But yeah, a very shaky start for Drichelle in this game. Like, I think almost every rookie this season started off very shaky, like Treaty and also Marcel. But he was slowly playing like very well. He bails out Ando, Shadow for Shadow, and yeah, he's playing. And this is why Zuxin is a very prio pick. He's very strong.
Yeah.
I mean, no disrespect to Drichelle, but yeah, this is Zuxin, man.
Yeah.
This is the first throw though from Navi, right?
Yeah.
This is when they made their first mistake. And
Over chase.
it just kept on happening, right? You would think after making that one mistake, it would already be a reality check, a big slap to the face, but they just keep on going in. Overconfidence, man. Navi.
Yeah. Leone was there being a pest for Navi to face, and this was Michelle again. Been taken down by Sive, but Aran, man, shout outs to him as well.
Oh, yeah.
Holding everybody in place with that Mobius. Very, very good.
he was holding 4 men when TLID was taking out Ando at the back. He was holding 4. Aran, shout out to him, man. I think this one he was holding like 2, 3, 4.
Wow.
Yeah, 4. Look at that.
Look at him.
Yeah, Aran's kind of crazy. That's why, man, he would be my second MVP choice for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Well, my vote was Leone, but yeah, I think he was really pesky, and I think this begs the question now: is Navi's communications really that good? I mean, we saw a lot of botched team fights. You know, that Sora all top by cars, that was a bit questionable.
Yeah. I think maybe this is just a maybe. This is just a theory. Ando and Ukir is fluent on the early stage of the game because late game there's a lot of things to communicate, right?
Yeah.
And it's usually very adaptive, very it's different from just the early game. Because the early game is just templates sometimes.
Yeah.
And looking at Navi, how Navi plays, they're actually quite template, but very consistent, very disciplined. So yeah, I think now we are shown that Navi needs to improve their late game.
Yeah.
Because yesterday there wasn't late game at all, right?
Yeah, they were completely dismantling RRQ. You know, I'm not a man of patterns, but does this mean that TLID is better than RRQ? No, I'm kidding.
Oh, well, they'll get to meet next week, so we'll actually find out if they are better than RRQ. But they've already done better than RRQ against Navi, at least, right?
Sure.
Wow, Navi completely outclassed. I mean, early game, Navi had the upper hand. Obviously, the prio you do have with the Khalid, plus the Lilia and the Hayabusa. I mean, sure, in lane, the Juicin struggles a lot against the Lilia. But late game, that Juicin, with all the CDRs and all the control it has, on the long term, you can kind of see a lot of players, and you are super safe too with the Crimson Beacon, right?
Yeah. And I think, for me, this game, Shiva was quite questionable for me because he was playing a Freya like as an engager, as the first man. In this game you should just go as cars go.
Yep.
I'll just follow up with Ando.
Even Apro,
Yeah.
Well, again,